It has been a tough year for many farmers across the Midwest, with devastating storms, also fluctuating crop prices. And many of the men and women who work the land are struggling to now salvage whatever they can.
And for some of those families, life itself has dealt additional blows. But an organization focused on helping farm families has stepped in to fill the gap. News Nation anchor Nicole Burley has a closer look at Farm Rescue.
Steve Melland has been farming most of his life.
40+ years of farming, yeah.
More than 4 decades of planting, growing, and harvesting near Sioux Falls, South Dakota until this year.
In the end of August, I developed a rash on my back. I went to the VA and they didn't think of it as anything serious, but it progressively got worse.
Steve says it got to the point where he could barely walk. After a battery of tests, he was diagnosed with a rare immune disease which breaks down his muscle mass, which explained why he had trouble moving around. But that was not the end of the bad news.
Through the course of all the testing, they also determined I had 2 lumps in my throat, or excuse me, in my neck that were cancerous.
The diagnosis meant Steve, an Army vet and commissioned officer,
I had 21 years of military.
wouldn't be strong enough to harvest this year's corn and soybeans on his small family farm. And that's where an organization called Farm Rescue came in.
They came in with a combine and a semi-truck and trailer, and then they provided 3 individuals who were strictly volunteers that did an excellent job of running that equipment.
Emil Barenko is one of those volunteers.
If we can take a load off his mind, make sure that he knows that we're doing the best job possible, then we've done our job.
Farm Rescue is a nonprofit that started in 2005 as a way to help struggling farm families. The organization brings in equipment and manpower, all free of charge.
Farm Rescue's got trucks rolling, and they got the corn coming in, which is huge.
Neil Roars, a Minnesota banker, is helping oversee harvesting on his in-laws' farm in Chelsea, South Dakota, with the help of Farm Rescue. Neil's here because his father-in-law, Steve Swanhorst,
He definitely went down and was out cold.
had a life-threatening ATV accident over the summer.
They had him in surgery, removed part of his skull because he had some brain bleeding. So he's got brain trauma right now. So his ability to be out here isn't, yeah, he's in a hospital right now.
Since Steve can't be here, Farm Rescue is instead helping harvest more than 2,000 acres of corn.
Right now, Farm Rescue being able to come here is the reason that the crops can come in without the huge cost, because corn prices aren't great right now. But so we're making it happen.
Been to Wisconsin, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. We worked in Iowa our first year.
It's such a humbling experience to know that somebody trusts you enough to let them take care of their livelihood. You know, we should be thanking them instead of us thanking that they thanking us when we leave. You know, for their privilege of coming up here and being able to help and carry on their livelihood, and hopefully for another year and a year after that to go on.
Farm Rescue has helped nearly 700 families by making sure each farmer knows they're not alone.
What a great group of guys they've got out here, volunteers that are here just this year, great to their heart. I can't thank them enough.
We grew up where you really don't ask for help. Probably more willing to try and go give it sometimes than to take it, because it's just the way our nature is. But in this case, it's been a gracious learning period for me. It was a real awesome experience to have that opportunity of somebody helping me.
Nicole Burley, News Nation, reporting in South Dakota.
I'm sure that support means the world. And we often tend to take the farmers for granted. I talked with one recently, and this pandemic has really brought a new attention to what they do and how important they are, and they do appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, and they've been through so much.